Hi there, it's Carl from Barratts Music in Launceston, Tasmania. Today we're going to talk about this, one of the best guitars we've ever had in the store, custom built for us by Maton. For those of you watching who don't know anything about Tasmania, we're an island state off the south coast of mainland Australia. We have a lot of native plants and trees here. Some of our native timbers make really good tone woods for guitar builders. Tasmanian timbers are used by guitar makers all around the world. Some of you might even own a guitar with Tasmanian timbers in there and not realise. We think that's a bit of a shame, so we asked Maton to make us one with as many Tasmanian timbers as possible. Next year will be Barratts Music's 80th anniversary in this building. Most of that time we've been dealing Maton guitars. I've got a Maton at home that my dad bought here in the 60s and two from the 70s. So they're one of our favourite brands ever. They're Australia's best guitar builder. About 10 years ago, Andy Allen, who was the most experienced builder at Maton, moved from making the production model guitars and opened a custom shop where he makes guitars of this quality one at a time by hand. We've sold a few of his custom shop guitars in the past, but we thought, why don't we customise one, request specific Tasmanian timbers and get one built for our store that's totally unique. So I jumped on a plane and flew to Melbourne where the Maton factory is based. I had a meeting with Andy and told him what we wanted, which was a guitar primarily made of Tasmanian timbers and something really unique to our store. Maton already make a few guitars with Tasmanian blackwood back and sides, as do a lot of other guitar builders around the world. We decided we wanted something a little bit different. Andy suggested that he had a really nice slab of Tasmanian myrtle. He showed it to me. He said he'd made a couple of guitars out of it in the past that sounded absolutely amazing, so that's what we decided to go with. It's pretty cool for me, having seen that big chunk of raw timber. It ended up being the back and sides of this very guitar. We decided to stick with blackwood for the neck. The most famous Tasmanian timber would be Huon pine. That's been really common in furniture making. Not a great tone wood, but we wanted to use some in there, so Andy's just used it for the binding, Huon pine binding, and on this awesome headstock on the wings. The most important thing was this guitar sounded amazing, so we went for a AAA spruce top, ebony fingerboard and bridge. They're not native Tasmanian plants, but they're the best timbers to use for those parts of the guitar. It uses the AP5 Pro pickup system, which is absolutely fantastic. It incorporates one of the most responsive piezo systems going around with a little internal microphone, and here you have independent volume controls for both of those so you can blend them. Really natural acoustic sound when it's amplified. One of the really cool things about Maton Custom Shop guitars is they include a little USB stick with every one, and it shows photos at every stage of the manufacture process. So you can see the guitars right from raw bits of timber, every single thing that happens to the guitar until it gets to its finished state. The guitar is also supplied in a Hiscox flight case. So if you'd like to come into Barratts Music and try a completely unique Tasmanian guitar, by all means do so. Or if you like the idea of getting a guitar custom built by Maton to your own specifications, we can arrange for that to happen as well.